No one usually waits, especially not for me. Everyone, we wait for everybody else. But we're live. Okay, we're good to go. We made it another week here with my good old pal Magic Lasso. How you been,
And
buddy?
then there were two.
And then there were two. Man, the show just keeps getting better every week.
Exactly. We just keep voting someone off every week, and I got a feeling who's going for next week. So
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. Who knows? But let's shout out the chat real quick. It's a bit early, but so far, Copy 801 made an appearance.
hey, copy.
My mom upstairs. Peace out, Mom. Warlord. Oh, the Copy is here. Oh, look at that. He is here, right in the chat. I thought since his original comment was like 2 hours ago, I thought maybe he'd just stopping by to show some support. But yeah, just the two of us tonight.
Yep.
We are literally a Will Smith song.
Mm-hmm.
But how you been? You make it to your LCS at all?
No, the plan is this week I'm going for sure. The way it staggers release-wise with DC, like this past week that we just wrapped up, Sensational Wonder Woman comes out, and then the following week, the regular Wonder Woman issue comes out. So if I wait till the second week, I can pick both up at once. And if I really want to wait till the third week, I can also pick up Yara Flor Wonder Girl. So, but I'm going to go this upcoming week because I'm really into the current run of Wonder Woman, as you know from the review videos that I've been doing on the Fanboys channel.
Right. Yeah, DC news has been a lot. Have you seen the Sweet Tooth trailers at all?
I haven't. Am I missing out?
Yeah, it's a story that I'm not too familiar with. I was just, I'm aware of it, but I haven't done a deep dive too much into it. But the trailers look okay. It's about animal people hybrids living on Earth. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I mean, it looks pretty cool.
Nice.
I have to check it out.
I haven't watched a whole lot of trailers. One thing I didn't do with the first Wonder Woman movie back in 2017, I watched as much footage as I could see ahead of time. And then with the 1984 movie, I didn't watch any. I avoided all the trailers. And as you know, that movie kept getting delayed. So much footage just kept coming out. But I have to say, out of doing both extremes, I really prefer not seeing it ahead of time, even though it's tough. And even though you can just scroll through your Instagram and sometimes you get spoilers, or you see a merchandise item in a store that's a spoiler for what's going to happen. But I still prefer not knowing what's going to happen myself.
Yeah. I agree to that. I definitely don't like spoilers in my trailer. But I thought the Wonder Woman one was pretty good. It didn't give too much away, I feel like. But I've really been digging the new Suicide Squad trailers they've been letting go, the teasers and whatnot. That was pretty fun.
Nice.
Looking forward to that.
I haven't checked that out. I'm going to have to. I'm one of the few people, I know a lot of people have just knocked that Suicide Squad movie. I kind of liked it.
Come here.
So, we have a guest.
We have a guest. Hey, come here. Come here.
Dad.
Look at that.
Hello.
Can you say hello to the people?
Hello, people.
Laurel, say Shazam.
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 Yeah, go find Mama. Mama. She's getting ready for bedtime. I don't know how she made it down here.
Shazam.
Yeah, first appearance of the kiddo.
All right.
Not the first mention. The first appearance.
When she ends up in whatever social media account is popular in her adulthood, she'll have footage to come back to.
There you go.
Archival like footage. That's what that is. Archival footage.
You're right. That's archival footage. There you go. Speaking of Shazam, they released a new picture of the costume. I don't know if you've seen it. What do you think?
It wasn't that much of a change, I didn't think. I mean, it's a little darker in color, right?
Yeah, it's a little darker.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of changes. The actress who played Mary Marvel, and I cannot for the life of me remember her name, but she was doing an interview on some podcast or whatever, and she was talking about, working with the old Shazam cast and if it's going to be the same coming back. But she let something slip that I don't think she meant to.
What was that?
that her contract is she's guaranteed 4 movies.
Oh,
So they did the original Shazam. So we got Shazam 2 coming out now. So there's 2 more in the bank somewhere.
do you think that somehow she'll end up in Black Adam?
Oh yeah, I think so for sure. But there's I've been reading a lot online that there's talks of doing let me back up. Discovery, since now they're doing DC stuff. They bought DC and
Yep.
the powers that be want to restore the Snyderverse. Thank God. There's whispers of an all-female Justice League movie
Mm.
or somehow or some kind of spin-off or something, which includes, Wonder Woman and Mary Marvel. And I would imagine probably Hawkgirl's going to come in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Supergirl has to, Batgirl.
Well, since they're also talking too that this Wonder Woman 3 movie will probably be Gal Gadot's last Wonder Woman project. I'm wondering if they'll recast a Wonder Woman right away, or if they wouldn't possibly go with Yara Flor.
Or would they do like a Ben Affleck kind of thing? Like, he's not doing a solo movie anymore,
Mhm.
but like they're going to keep coming back for future projects. I'm going to have to disagree here, Squatch. No more Harley. Although I do like Margot Robbie portrayal of Harley. She does a great job. Like when I read comics, like it fits perfectly how I read it. But yeah, I don't want to see any more Harley Quinn, especially standalone movies.
A couple months ago, Margot Robbie did a private signing, and I know you're an autograph collector like I am too. So sometimes private signings are very intriguing because that can be sometimes your only opportunity to get something.
Yeah.
That legitimately is signed by that person.
Yep.
If I'm remembering correct, I want to say she was $425 with no personalizations.
Oof.
And I was like, whoa.
Ouch. $425 in this nothing. That's just a name.
With no personalization too. Meaning that she's not going to write to Tony, or she will write her name only.
Now, as an autograph collector, do you prefer personalization or no?
I like personalization myself because I like to know that item was meant exactly for me. And only recently in the last few years or so have I been like, okay, it's still cool to have an autograph if it isn't personalized, but I personally love them personalized. So, but I'm not a reseller either. So
yeah. I'm not a reseller either. Yeah.
But it's still cool if it's not personalized. It's just, for me, I don't know, it means something more to me. I don't know, it just does.
You're right.
Even if someone got it for me, like I didn't meet Adam West, but someone got Adam West for me and it's signed to my name.
Nice.
I don't know. There's something about just knowing that was meant for me. And what, you and I could do an entire night on autograph sometime.
We should. We could do it. We could easily do it.
And it's in storage right now. But one of the things that I have that I think I have some really cool things that I'm really proud of, but superhero wise, I have the DVD of the 1966 Batman movie. And
Nice.
It is signed by Adam West, Burt Ward, Frank Gorshin, and Lee Merriweather.
That's awesome. Where'd you pick that up at?
The last 4 that were alive at the time.
Okay.
And since then, we've lost half of them. So
yeah, I know Burt Ward's still kicking around.
Burt Ward and Lee Merriweather are still with us. So.
Yeah. Nice. Where did you pick that up? Did you get those autographs yourself?
No, a friend of mine did, who was going to these Hollywood collector shows out in California and just kind of got it taken care of. He got a couple of them at once because there was like a little mini Batman reunion there, and then picked up the other ones that I needed. So
I got the lady who played Barry Allen's mom in the Flash TV show on CW. She signed my Flash badge box.
Oh, nice.
It was pretty cool. I enjoy it.
She's been a very integral part of that storyline right now.
Is she? I'm like 3 seasons behind.
She's playing, she looks like Barry's mother, but she's actually another character, although she still appears to look the same.
Like Barry's dad and Jay Garrick kind of thing.
sort of, kind
Same
of,
actor, different character. Yeah.
yeah. But so she's been in a lot of the recent episodes.
Good. Yeah, I don't
Hey,
have a whole.
Boatwright,
Yeah, Boatwright. What's up, buddy?
good to see you.
For sure. I personalization. I'm not okay with personal. I mean, I really don't care either way, but I prefer not to.
Okay.
And I'm not a reseller. I'm not looking to resell. I don't know why, but I feel like in the event of my untimely passing, you know what I mean? And my family's got to sell all my stuff to get by. I feel like they're going to get more for their money if it's not personalized.
I agree with you. I mean,
Yeah.
you're completely correct in that. So, and I have to say that something that you've done that has inspired me a little bit, and I've looked a little bit to see if I can't take a cue from you. I loved your idea of taking like a Superman gallery book, was it? And then you're getting as many pages as you can get signed.
Yeah.
I really like that idea. And as a matter of fact, if I'm ever at a con with somebody that you don't have, I hope that you'll trust me to send the book over, because I'd love to get some more signatures on it for you.
Yeah, for sure. I know I have a lot more than just the one, but
I thought that was such a cool idea.
Yeah, I do have that. So for those of you who aren't sure, so this is the Superman gallery book.
Yeah, make yourself big.
Yeah. Let me blow myself up. There we go. So yeah, this is a Superman gallery book. I'm doing a couple different autograph projects with books like this, especially with the Batman blank comics, the Superman blank comics. Filling those up as much as I can, getting sketches and signatures. But this is the Superman gallery. So every page in here it's just art. It's literally just a book about art. And I try to get as many autographs from the artist as possible. And here's one. This one is Tom Gurmett on this page. See if I can make it bigger. You can see right there, just above Wonder Woman. Tom Gurmett did this one.
Oh, yeah.
I got a Neil Adams in here somewhere. I don't remember what page he's on, but I want to do more because this is. Then let me go get Joe Shuster's autograph in here, right?
Yeah.
I need to get a Frank Miller in here. I got to admit, this isn't my original idea. Here's a Mike Zeck.
Mm-hmm. He's got a cool signature.
He does. And gosh, you know what? Taking me down memory lane because I don't remember who's in here. Jerry Ordway, I need to get him. I think he's going to be at Comic-Con this year. I got to get him on this one and him to sign some other stuff too.
And didn't Jerry Ordway just do some covers that are about to come out?
Yeah, he's still trucking, which is great.
Yeah.
Man, I don't remember where the rest of them are. I know there's like 5 or 6 in here. Some of them really blend in. Okay, here we go. Here's a Bob McLeod.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the downfall about this book is you don't remember where anyone is. Oh, here's a Jim Steranko.
Oh, sweet.
Cool.
And he's got another great signature too.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's probably like 5 or 6 autographs in here. I need to fill this one up, but this is a cool project. This is a long-term project I'm working on. Same thing with my blanks, trying to fill them up with different autographs as well. I have a Wonder Woman blank too that I'm trying to get filled, but I beat myself up for it because I had a lot of people at Comic-Con that worked on Wonder Woman books had the opportunity to get the signatures, but like an idiot, I didn't even think about starting that project yet. So I missed a huge opportunity. Hopefully I get another one.
Yeah. Well, if there's ever, any shows that I go to, sometimes different creators go to different regions because that's where they live at,
Yeah.
But if you ever need help with anything, as being an autograph collector too, I know how to take care of stuff. And
good. Yeah.
I'd be more than happy to help you out.
What's the big con for you?
C2E2.
C2E2?
Yeah.
Oh, so you go to that one a lot.
I didn't the last one they had, but I've gone like several years in succession before then.
See, that's one I really want to go to, but being on the East Coast, it's a little tough. But
yeah, and then this year too, it's in December, which number one, traveling to Chicago in December is so iffy right there. And number two, you're talking 2 weeks before Christmas. So your cash flow
Really?
isn't as
2 weeks before Christmas? Why would
but
they
that's
do
not
that?
typically when it is.
Yeah, maybe it's just a scheduling thing.
They're trying to get one in this year. They usually have these in February or March. They're trying to get one in yet this year.
Okay.
But I'm sure if they have one in December, they're not going to turn around and have their next one again in February or March. You know?
I would. I would.
Yeah.
Indianapolis Con. Yeah, that's a good one. I'd like to do New York City Comic Con, San Diego, of course. That's like that's like the mecca of Comic Cons. But Baltimore's the big one for me. I do that one every year. There's a local one within my city that they do every year, but I mean, that one's a big back issue one for guests. They usually just have local cosplayers, and that's a whole nother brand for another day. It's like, come on, it's a cosplayer. But yeah, Baltimore. If you've never been to one on the East Coast, I highly recommend Baltimore. It is still like they have a sprinkle of guests, but it is mostly about books, which is great, and I still love it. But
I did buy a cosplayer autograph picture once because all the money was going to children's charity.
Oh yeah, completely different scenario. Absolutely, it's for a great cause. But in my area, I've seen them like, this is my personal tip jar. It's going in my pocket. Like, no, I don't care. Yeah, it's a great Thor, but no
I'm the same way with you. You know, if it's for charity, okay, that charity is a whole different ball game right then and there. So, yeah. Which is another reason why, not to get off on this tangent, but another reason why I respect George Perez so much, because I think all of his signing money goes to charities.
Yeah, him and Dan Jurgens are the same way.
Yeah, mad respect for that, you know.
And Lee Weeks too. He's another big popular one. Yeah, they are 100% charities. I think the only time they charge you and they keep it is if they do a sketch.
Yeah.
Because that takes time. Yeah, I got no problem with that. But I know there was one DC article I wanted to bring up. Now, let me see if I can find it. In our tangent about autographs. Might have lost it. Let's see.
I have, while you're looking, I'll tell you that when it comes to like actors and actresses that have played superheroes, I've got some good ones. I've got Jackson Bostwick, who is one of the Shazams. I've got John Davey, who is the other Shazam. I've got
nice.
What was the guy that played Billy Batson? Michael. His name blanks on me. I've got
I know who you're talking about. Michael something. Yeah.
Michael. I've got Joanna Cameron, who is Almighty Isis.
Nice. That's cool.
Obviously, I have Linda Carter. I have Kathy Lee Crosby, Wonder Woman.
Wow.
Yeah, I got a good chunk of the Batman '66 cast. Good chunk of them that were at least living at the time that I started doing this.
I want to get some Justice League, some current Justice Leagues. Ezra Miller, Ben Affleck, Gal Gadot, stuff like that.
I like to get a Henry Cavill.
He's Superman. Like, he is. Like, I cannot imagine anybody else playing Superman now that he's been Superman. Say what you want about the guy, but he's talented.
Lucky for me, I have my Gal Gadot already personalized to my name and everything. So.
Where did you get that one at? Was that at a con or something?
Yeah, she was at Rhode Island Comic Con. I didn't go, but I got it taken care of. So she and Stanley were the big guests that year.
That's awesome. And Baltimore never gets anybody like that. They had the guy who played Hodor in Game of Thrones. He was there, and the people who were on the Gotham show.
Oh yeah, I met a lot of them.
They were there last time it was held, but nobody like Gal Gadot or anything.
Yeah.
The guy who played Deathstroke on Arrow, he was there. Can't remember his name, but I mean they have more than cosplayers, which is good. But big. I guess the big news of the week is it sounds like DC is pursuing Dan Didio to come back.
That's interesting.
Yes, over the fallout of 5G. Why would they want it? But I guess it's under Discovery now, not AT&T, and they kind of pushed him out. So we'll see.
If I was him and I accepted that, I'd be saying, yeah, I'm still, I'm not starting over again with my seniority. I'm picking up right where I left off too. And because, in terms of that, he probably gets more vacation and stuff too. And
You know what? I
would
wouldn't have
be
a problem with
asking for
that.
everything.
I wouldn't, as an employer with bringing on his type of talent, I would not have a problem with that.
Yeah.
I would be okay with it. I wouldn't give him the time that he missed. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
in
Yeah. I
seniority.
wouldn't either, but
I would say
continue.
I would continue his last day. I think that's
Mhm.
more than fair. But yeah, that's kind of like the big news for here. Is a Dan Didio news. But other than that, man, it's been pretty slow,
Yeah.
at least for me. But yeah, you want to jump into the review?
Yeah, absolutely.
You want to go first?
I can go first.
Sure. Let me blow you up here.
Okay.
There you go.
So I chose a book. I've been kind of sticking in the Bronze Age for the most part, and that's, I guess that's just my wheelhouse. June of 1972 is when this comic book came out. This is Superman's girlfriend, Lois Lane, and this is issue number 123. We got Lois going to space in this issue. Now, there are actually 3 stories in here, one Lois story and 2 stories of other characters. We're just going to really focus on the Lois story here. Carrie Bates wrote this story, and John Rosenberger did the interior art for it, which I have to say I thought was really good, and I thought the artwork was very strong in it. So we start out, and we have Superman and Lois are looking at this computer, humanoid computer type thing that's spitting out information to them. His name is Carl, and it's done as an acronym, but from what I understand, they never revealed what Carl stood for in any issue. So in this period of Lois Lane comics, she was battling a group called the 100. And the 100 is like a terrorist organization. And every issue, it's a different menace from the 100. And they're kind of very similar to Marvel's Hydra. Cut one head off and 2 replace it. So if you get rid of one member of the 100, 2 more will take its place. But in this splash, we see all the different divisions there are of the 100 Club, from a space division to a hunters division to an athletes division to a mobsters division. So Lois is filing a story with Perry White, and Perry says to her, I wish you were still working for me full time instead of just, filing your stories story by story. Do you want to go cover this space shuttle launch? And so Lois says, yeah. So she runs home to change her clothes, and she's talking to her roommates here. And we get a very strange interaction with one of the roommates. And it's in this lower panel here that I'm showing. But one of the roommates says to this redheaded girl, she says, "Forget it, Marcia. A plane could never get off the ground with you in it." I'm like, okay, that's a little uncalled for. So Lois takes off. She's going down to where this space shuttle is going to launch. She gets an interview because she's Lois Lane. She gets an interview with the guy who's going to pilot it. He is suffering some dizziness from the zero weight training that he's been doing, and he passes out. So what do you do if you're Lois Lane and the guy passes out right before he's supposed to take off into space? Well, you don't tell anyone. You get dressed up as the astronaut and you go into space. And Lois talks about how lucky she is that the simulator is already programmed, so she really doesn't have to pilot. She gets up there into space and she realizes there's some trickery amok, and there's some people messing with some satellites up there. So she goes and kicks a little booty. All in the meantime, I should mention that where's Superman? Superman is below the sea, and he's working on restoring some pipelines and stuff that have come apart, and some telecommunication stuff. He's repairing that, so he's out of range. So Lois gets captured. She gets a gun pulled on her too, and she finds out that these guys. And it's interesting because she sees these 3. I don't know if you see it on the ship there, but there's 3 X's on the ship, and she's like, as the narrator kind of says, 3 X's. And Tony, before you start thinking some boom chicka wow wow 3 X's, what that stands for is 10 times 10. And what's 10 times 10? That's the 100. So that's how Lois has deducted that the 100 is behind this. So like any good evil supervillain, they deduce their plot, not, also telling her not that you're going to live long enough to understand what's going on, but they are hijacking the orbit, and with all these different satellites that they've hijacked, they're going to prevent people from being able to go into space without paying a ransom to them. And they have essentially what they're calling a space necklace, and it will encircle the Earth, and it's a cable that will magnetize every scrap of metal that it touches. And Lois says, well, that's all a good plan, but what about Superman? And they say, well, we haven't forgotten about Superman. We've put atomic bombs that are set to explode if they're disturbed, and the fallout from that, he wouldn't be able to save everyone. So Superman's not going to come near this. And Lois is like, oh boy, we got a problem. So being a strong, tough woman like she is, I'm trying to show you this somewhere. I'm all backwards on my StreamYard. Let's see. I don't want there. I want over here. She kicks him right against the head there.
Nice.
There you see. And she takes charge, and she gets a hold of this spacecraft, and she starts making these weird symbols, which we'll find out what they are in a little bit. So the other members of the 100 see that this spaceship is kind of out of control. So they're like, something's up here, and they're going to investigate. In the meantime, Superman knows that he needs to go to space. He doesn't know why, but he knows he needs to go to space. So he heads to space. He sees these men, and essentially he kind of puts a very quick shutdown to what's going on with their evil plans. And we come to find out, how did Superman know that he needed to go to space? Well, when he came out of the ocean, he saw the message that Lois had made for him. She made the S his symbol with the rocket fuel. So
Clever.
Superman would know that he needed to come.
Very clever.
And okay, they got the space situation taken care of. And of course, right there on the monitor comes a warning from the 100. You may have think that you have shut down our space program. We already have more people in motion to take our evil plot over. Ha, 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 ha. And at the end, Lois goes back home. She's pretty tired, and she goes to bed. So that's how the Lois Lane story runs through. A couple quick thoughts. It's pretty good. It's pretty standard, what you would expect from it. I liked it. It's an enjoyable read. It falls in line with what these issues were. Now, I mentioned that there's two other backup stories here, and I'm not going to go through the review of each story, but I do want to acknowledge them. At this time, there's a Rose and Thorn backup story, and she's also battling the 100 as well. Different divisions of the 100 in her story. This story is essentially about women's liberation, and it's a very well done story. It doesn't run too long. Same artist, really good. And then at the end, we get a reprint of a Golden Age story of Batman number 35, which is a Catwoman story. And that was fun. It's one that I hadn't read before, and it reminded me very much of, at least part of it reminded me a little bit of an episode of the Batman 66 series. So I'm not sure if this ended up inspiring that Batman 66 series or not. But one thing I wanted you to see, Tony, and one thing I wanted to show from this is the Catwoman costume here. Look at how much she looks just like Batgirl with a dress.
You're right. You're right.
And I thought that was kind of odd or kind of weird. But overall, this is a fun book. I mean, here's another panel. Sorry, when it's like when it's on the other side of the page, I have a hard time showing that. But
wow.
But overall, it's a fun story. It's a fun issue. And I also do want to acknowledge too, and I'll do a post dedication of my review to Silver-Haired Bronze Age Babe, a great YouTuber who recently completed her Lois Lane collection, and that's a pretty astounding feat to accomplish. So hats off to you, Shebab, and congratulations on that.
A very well deserved for sure. She's a great YouTuber. I enjoy watching her content. So, congratulations to her. It's definitely a milestone. Don't want to make it seem like it's not. So, one thing that I'm going to do before I share my story that I'm reviewing, let me bump up my screen here. Boom, there it is. So, I got Wonder Woman, New 52, Future's End. Dude, this one is crazy. As you can see, it starts off a little different. So we have looks like an African tribesman sitting next to a British World War I trench soldier who is hanging out with a Viking who's they're all chilling next to a dead modern soldier. It looks like. So this is kind of a really wompy timepiece. Which is pretty cool. And these are the bad guys here. These, I don't know what you call them. I forget what they put them in here, but we're just going to call them goblin people or whatever. But yeah, it starts off with these two are in trouble and they're trying to fight them. This is, by the way, they're in the middle of a huge war. It's soldiers from all across history fighting these goblin things. But Wonder Woman comes in and saves the day. She kills them, which is pretty cool. And the title is Old Soldiers. So after they kill the goblin, they're talking to Wonder Woman like, hey, what are we going to do? We're completely surrounded. We don't have the ammunition. Guys are dead. What do you think we do? So Wonder Woman decides she's going to run up to the front line and demand that they allow her troops to withdraw. Of course, they tell her, yeah, that's really not going to happen. So she makes good on her promise and just starts, cutting away. And she gets a good number of them. Everyone else is kind of just watching, and you can see a Native American back there as well. Yeah, the history's all over the place here. And just when one of the goblins is going to get the better of Wonder Woman, she's saved by her own soldiers that come through. And as you can see, here's like I don't know who is this, some kind of British or French guy, and there's also a Civil War veteran on this side. I like all the hodgepodge of all the soldiers here. It's pretty cool. So they decide they're going to fall back. Cut to Diana in the infirmary, getting patched up. She goes for a walk on the wall, meets, I don't even know what this guy is. Not sure. But he points out the fact that they found our stronghold. And here come the trebuchets. Which is pretty cool. But I will point out the fact in the previous panel that guy had a rocket launcher, so I'm not sure that the trebuchets are, going to be effective because you could just shoot the trebuchets. But so she calls for a council, and who do you think is here on the council? So we have Wonder Woman. We have, I think it's just going to be random doctor, Napoleon Bonaparte. Orion from the New Gods. I can't really tell who this one is. Some kind of Celtic warrior. Candlemaker. Genghis Khan and Alexander the Great. So what an awesome crew they got here. This is a nice little Justice League they got here. But they're talking strategy. And then Wonder Woman is kind of talking about her past, like, hey, I've gotten sides to, like, I'm a trained diplomat. I've got these people that have come in and I've been able to make peace with them. But Napoleon's like, yeah, you know what? You better just give me command of the military. I can handle it. At that time, they're stormed by goblin people. Wonder Woman kills them. And it looks like Napoleon Bonaparte is wounded, but that's okay. They give their soldiers one last feast, which I thought was pretty cool, before they go onto the wall and fight the invading armies. But Wonder Woman remembers, hey, wait a second. I'm the god of war. That gives me cool powers. And she gets her cool powers, goes to town on these trebuchets and kills all these goblin folks. But in my opinion, the best panel in this entire book is at the very last, because you have Superman and he says, hey, do you have a minute? And one of them says no. I don't have any time to spare for you, Superman. And that is the end.
Wow.
This was kind of like a prequel to Superman Wonder Woman #1. Let me stop my screen here, which is great because it matches perfectly. And I do have this issue in hand. And yes, it is autographed by Tom Rainey and Charles Soule, I think. I don't remember. I get so many autographs now. It's like it's hard for me to figure out who's who. But that
So,
is.
what do you think of her as the god or goddess of truth or of war? I mean, the god. Of war.
It's a
I think
great
that's
concept. What's that?
It's a unique concept, but I think it's
Yeah.
weird.
I like it. It was an interesting take. She was the god of war for a long time, but they didn't really do a whole lot with it.
Yeah.
If you remember in Justice League 3000, New 52, the Dark Side War, she was the god of war during that time period, but she didn't use her cool powers. And remember when Darkseid died, all the heroes got cool powers, but she didn't. And they touch on that. And it was because she was the god of war. She couldn't get god powers because she was already a god.
She was already god, yeah.
But the plot hole in that theory is, okay, they've confirmed that she is the current god of war, but they didn't let her use her powers. Why would you not use your powers if it was going to save your life, the life of your friends? I mean, I don't know why they did that, but whatever. But I like it. Who knows? Maybe they'll touch on it in the next Wonder Woman movie or Justice League movie. They'll give Wonder Woman the God of War powers, even though she already beat Ares in Wonder Woman 1. But because that's where she got her powers this time. She beat Ares in the book. She got God of War powers.
And in the movie, she says, "Goodbye, brother." And that's it. She's done.
Yeah. Even though I think in this run, I don't think Ares was her brother.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
If I'm not mistaken. But you got to get this cool helmet. You know, you got to find like a 3D printer and print that bad boy out.
I know. That would be awesome. I would have to sit so far back and my horns would still hit right to the camera.
Well, in this case, they go up. They go up and curl back.
Like Loki's.
Yeah, kind of Loki. Well, yeah, maybe not as bad as Loki's, but you can see it there a little bit better. But still pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like it. I like her as a God of War. I wish they would just do more with that story. It's unfortunate it ended the way it did, but that's here nor there.
Yeah, it is what it is.
But yeah, we'll let Tim go ahead. Okay, Tim, go ahead. You're on the clock. Nope, nothing. Okay.
Yep.
Dave, Tim, Mike, anybody? Okay, crickets.
Always had so much to say any other week.
Oh yeah, for sure. Nah, they got they're doing family stuff, which is more important than us.
Hey, Just a Nerd is at the KFC, but he's still with us.
Right? Did he say he's at the KFC?
No, but I just kind of said it. So.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I'm sure he's at the KFC too.
He's at the KFC and he's still tuning in. So that's vacation.
No excuse.
Yeah.
Man, I like KFC. They have good chicken sandwiches. They're no Chick-fil-A, but they're good. But yeah, man, got any cool book shows?
Yeah, I'm actually changing up the one that I had picked out. I had this out earlier today, and I usually don't like to repeat stuff. I was on Silver Age Sunday, but I really want to show this one again too because I think it's fun. From June of 1964, we have Doom Patrol number 104, and this is the marriage of Elastigirl and Mento. I always have to double check his name because I always think I'm talking about like a breath mint or something.
Mentos.
Yeah, but this includes Justice League and Teen Titans cameo too. So we have some goodness here from the 1960s. This is my only copy of a Doom Patrol Volume 1 comic book, but I certainly hope it's not, that I'll get some more in the future because I really dig this. I wanted this book for so long, and I remember finding this book, man, it was maybe last year, and I saw it, and it wasn't in that great of shape, and I thought the price was way too high for as low of shape it was in, and I really had a moment of, should I just get it anyway and just later upgrade? And I thought, no, leave it. It's not the right copy for you. And I'm glad I did, because it was like maybe 4 months later, I found this in the shape I liked at a cheaper price.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. So
Is that a key issue of anything?
I think it's just the key for the marriage. And this is a
Okay.
real marriage too. It isn't like it was, as it says in here, not a dream, not a hoax. So, but this is the
It
issue.
says that.
Yeah, it says that right in there. It says,
Not a dream.
not a hoax, not a
Not a
dream, but
hoax.
the real stuff.
Elastigirl marries Mento.
Yeah.
That's funny.
We've got some of the Justice League over here.
Have you seen the Doom Patrol TV show?
I have. I really
What do you
like it.
think? Yeah, I
It's
like it
weird.
too.
It's so weird, but just go with the flow and go on the trip that it takes you on. And I actually really liked it. I like Titans a lot too.
Yeah, I wish Cyborg was on Titans.
Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah,
bothers
I
me
get
that he's on Doom Patrol, but that's just the continuity stickler in me, picking that up.
Exactly. I mean, I get it if it was Changeling / Beast Boy. I get that,
Yeah,
because he has the Doom Patrol tie. But
yeah.
yeah, I hear that the guy that plays Nightwing in Titans doesn't want to do the show anymore, which is too bad, because he's really good.
He doesn't want to do the show anymore?
That's what I've heard, that he really wants out of the show.
Why? It's such a
I
good
don't
show,
know.
and you're right. He's a
Why
good actor.
Why do actors do that? Why do they look for a reason to become unemployed?
Another good point. Dude,
You
they're
know, I
paying you
mean-
money, man.
Exactly. It's funny, when you stop doing the show, they stop sending the checks. It's weird how that happens, but
That blew my mind.
that's what happens. I haven't even done a TV show, and I know that.
Dude, if they signed me to some kind of deal like that, I'd be working for peanuts, and I'd be there sweeping the floor every day too.
And Just a Nerd did confirm for us that he is at KFC.
You're right, on a KFC alleyway. Nice legs. Hey man, whatever floats your boat. But for my book show, I decided to keep the theme and do
Mhm.
Wonder Woman.
Nice.
And I have Wonder Woman Rebirth #4, and this is the Frank Cho variant cover.
Oh, nice.
And of course, it is indeed signed by Frank Cho.
Hmm.
So this one's pretty cool. I like it. And Frank Cho is a cool dude. I don't know if he's local to my kind of mid-Atlantic region, but he's at a lot of shows that I go to or I think about going, and he's always there. So I'm excited to get more signatures from him. I've got a few lined up, ready to go in the box for Comic-Con. Unfortunately, it's not until October, but when I have free time, I check the guest list for the convention and see who's added. Then I kind of pull those issues out. But
Yeah.
I'm doing a first this year. I am not bringing an entire short box of signatures.
Okay.
I'm going to keep it to kind of like you see those. You can fit like 10 books in them. They're fairly portable.
Yeah.
They got the flips. Yeah, I've got one of those
Folios, aren't they?
folios. Yeah, I'm going to keep it to one folio,
Have you
maybe
also-
two.
Have you also seen those? And I'm sorry that I don't know the technical name of what they call them, but where you can insert your book in there, and then it has a flap that you lift up, so they can sign wherever on the cover.
Yeah. Yep.
Do they work or not?
I haven't had an experience with one, but they do make bags for
Yeah.
comics, like the bag and boards. Yeah, where you just it has like there's like a big hole right here. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And you just hand in the book, they sign it, you slip it back into your backpack or whatever you got.
Yeah.
It never
they
leaves the
lift up
bag.
flap and they
Yeah.
sign it. And,
Yep. I've seen people do that. I've also seen people if I'm going to get this book signed by a certain somebody and I know I want them to sign right here, they'll just cut the hole themselves and
Yep.
put tape around it, and then write, on the bag, hey, please sign here,
Mhm.
which I think is pretty
Yeah,
cool.
that's
And I know CBCS's mailing signings are requesting that you do that,
Mhm.
which is kind of great because it makes sense, you just sign.
Yeah.
You have to in and out all the time, cause any damage to the book. But I'm looking forward to con season. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. I did a show and tell once, and I'll have to bring it out sometime and show you, if not on this show, just at least to show you. My goal was to have Wonder Woman #1 signed by a creator of each volume, But then you run into this huge problem. How do you get Wonder Woman #1 signed? First of all, I can't afford a copy of it, you know?
Yeah.
And secondly, everyone associated with that comic book has passed away. So what do you do for that? I
You're
came
right.
up with a solution.
Okay.
So what I did was, I was lucky enough. I have Wonder Woman Volume 2, 3, 4, and 5, issue #1, signed by one of the creative team, if not all of the creative team.
There you go.
Cool. So what did I do for volume #1? I took the year 2000 millennial reprint of Wonder Woman #1. I bought that book, and then I was able to get it signed by William Moulton Marston's son, Pete.
Oh.
And since that time, he has passed away since that happened. But to me, that was the closest I could get to
Him.
having something from that first volume or the creator or something of the first volume. That's as close as I could get. And,
That's cool.
and his daughter is very, Christy, she is very friendly and very welcoming to Wonder Woman fans and superhero fans. And she's very engaging with them too. And she got that signed for me. And she said that her dad got a big kick out of someone wanting his autograph. You know, he thought that was pretty cool, and he loved doing it. She said so.
That was cool. Where did that happen at? Was that local to you, or?
No, it wasn't. So she's actually more over in your neighborhood,
Oh.
so than she is to mine. So there was some messaging, and yeah, throw it in the mail, and took care of
She's
it.
just like, hey, here's what I want to do via email, and they said, heck yeah,
direct
come on
message.
in.
Yeah.
Dude, that is so cool. Like, I've always wanted to try something like that, but you know, I guess worst case scenario, they say no.
Yeah, I mean, if they say no, I'm no further back than I was when I didn't ask.
Yeah, man, that gives me even more ideas, because now I think, like, you know, I can get some cool books.
And you know, there'll be some people that say that's not a witness signature. You don't know. Give me a
who
break.
cares? Yeah, who cares?
You know, first of all, I have no reason to think that they didn't ask for any money for it. I have no reason to think that, with as friendly as Christy is, that didn't happen. I mean, she definitely had access to him. You know, it's her father, so she had the access. So
that is a cool story, man. That is so
that's
cool.
what I did. That's what I did. And what I want to do sometime is get some type of a custom frame built, maybe in kind of like, you know, the shape.
Hey, there you go.
Where I could put those comics in and be able to display them. So
that's cool.
And I've got all of mine personalized to my name, and so it was
awesome.
It was a fun project. It took me like 8 years to finish that project.
That's a long time.
It is, and the hardest one for me to get was actually George Perez.
Dude, I see that guy at Baltimore Comic Con all the time.
He was the hardest for me to get, but it certainly was worth it. It was a very good experience.
Now, what makes me concerned is, you know, we live in a pandemic world now, and COVID-19 is still a threat.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a senior citizen, and a lot of the creators and whatnot that I'm still chasing, you know, they're getting up there in age, and I don't think they're going to be doing a whole lot of traveling for the foreseeable future. Hopefully, they'll come out of hibernation soon, and we can get their signature. But man, I need to get John Ostrander one more time to finish my little Suicide Squad run, and then I have it all. I have all the Suicide Squad signed by John Ostrander, which is nice.
You know, I see Christy posting that she's going to her first con this year. I'm very curious in what she expects from it, you know, especially after she's gone, versus what she thought it was going to be like versus what it turned out to be.
Right.
I'm very curious to find out what that will end up being like for her.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious as well. Is there going to be a real big demand for the granddaughter of the Wonder Woman creator?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You don't see that with, like, you know, Joe Shuster's, you know, descendants. They're not going to conventions and signing stuff.
Yeah, that Christy, I was actually talking about your Christy.
Oh,
in the chat. So
yeah,
she
sorry.
her first con, but that Christy She actually has done some cons where she set up like a little Wonder Woman, like a mini museum, a display of like the history of Wonder Woman.
That's cool.
And that was pretty neat. So, but yeah.
Man, we got to get her on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't that be fun?
We got a list of people we got to get on the show.
Man, we got. I wonder if she would be interested. You already have the rapport. Reach out, bro.
Yeah, she might. Like I said, she's pretty receptive to fans and she's very friendly. So.
Man, that would be really cool. That would be like the most famous person ever.
Yeah.
Next to Comic Fu, of course, and his
yeah. He's got merchandise everywhere.
He's got merchandise every day coming out.
Yeah. If he has any 8x10s, when you see him, get one signed for me.
Oh yeah, I've got some cool video ideas for my upcoming road trip, but we'll get into that here in a second. But is there any content coming out on your channel you want to mention?
Yeah, so I don't know if you might remember last weekend I mentioned it, and the weekend before I mentioned it. I said I'm going to do a video where I'm going to blame them and I'm going to name them.
Yes, and I saw the video.
Well, if you go to my channel right now, the video is not there.
Okay.
Now, let me give you a very quick update. They reached out to me after watching my video when it only had 40-some views, which, let's face it, 40-some views isn't a lot.
No.
But the fact that they would reach out so fast, and they said, hey, can we talk on the phone? And I thought, oh, this is going to be interesting, So I talked to them on the phone, and they were so apologetic, and it was so genuine. And they're like, we're going to make this right, not because of the video, not because even though you got your money back, we're going to make this right just because it's the right thing to do. And we made such a good connection there that and they did not ask me to take the video down. Never once did they ask me to take the video down. I changed the privacy settings on it because I'm hoping to have an update on what has happened since that video went up in the 12.5 hours that it was live. And not only did my contact see it, his boss saw it. So the owner of the company saw it. So I'm planning on doing an update. I'm waiting. They have shipped me something. I'm waiting for that to arrive, and I have the tracking on it. So, and I see it is en route.
Okay, that's good news.
I'm going to do. That's why I took it down. I just didn't think, in all fairness, to keep that going when they have made an effort.
Yeah, you're right. Boy, I wish I could say the same for Wonderland at Home.
Yeah. I know. So
just one question though for you about your situation.
Mm-hmm.
Did they have an explanation as to what happened and where the disconnect was?
They said we dropped the ball on it. They said you were very patient and waited a very long time, and we dropped the ball on it.
Yeah, I would say they dropped the ball pretty hard.
But in this day and age, we need more forgiveness in society.
Agreed.
And for me, forgiveness comes with you forgive and you forget and you move on.
Right.
And I also thought keeping the video up right now is not moving on.
Right.
So there's going to be a new video. And like I said, it's not deleted. It's just the privacy settings are changed. So there'll be hopefully this week, a new video and update on what happened there. Also coming up on my channel, I have an AOK unboxing that I haven't filmed yet that I'm excited to do. It's from Varangian Vigilante. So we got some goodness from overseas that I'm so excited about.
That is pretty cool.
He is. I've got some other comic book editions videos. Some are filmed, like a Half Price Books haul that's filmed already, and some I need to film, like one where I bought 3 books within a 30-minute period. I bought 3 books that were on my top 12 goal list for 2021. So dang. I got those in. This was me. I was like, hold my beer. And I went and bought 3 books off my list. So,
That
from
is
three
really
different
cool,
sellers too. So that's coming up soon. I'm very fortunate that I'm like 22 or 23 subscribers away from 500, which is so exciting, and I'd love to hit that 500 sometime during the month of June. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I'm asking you to please at least go check it out and see if it interests you. And if you hit me with a subscription, it certainly means the world to me. I try never to take anyone for granted that spends time on my channel or subscribes to my channel. It literally means the world to me. So
yes,
that's kind of
sure.
what's going up. And same for you. Same for you. You, wherever you are. I don't know where you're at. You're
I'm
over
somewhere over here.
You know, Tony puts out such great content, and you're one of those creators that I watch your videos and it inspires me to want to put out better content.
Well, I see your videos and I want to put out better content. So I don't know what to do.
But I think that that's what is the best about this community. When you watch someone else and they inspire you to want to do the best that you can.
Yeah,
So,
Copy wants to unsub you and then resub you. Hopefully,
no, because I would be way too worried that you would forget to resub.
Oh man, you know who did that to me? Comic Fu did that when I went from $3.99 to $400. Because I got the $3.99, I got to $400, then I started backing down 2 or 3 at a time. Like, what is happening? Like a bunch of people tried doing that, freaking out. But I it's one thing I suck at, but I have to get better at is putting out content on a more consistent basis. But
yours is so good when you do put it out. I always know that when you do put something out that you've put a lot of time and effort into it, and sometimes I don't think that gets recognized, but I want you to know that I recognize it, and I'm very interested in what you have to say and what you have to share, and the work that you put into it. So keep doing what you're doing, even if you're not doing it as much as you would like to or I would like to see, but just keep at it.
I appreciate the feedback. Means a lot from a big supporter of the community like yourself. But I've got some ideas coming up. The problem is I just need to do it when I have the time to do it. I'm horrible at like, hey, I have 2 hours, I could probably do it. I'm like, yeah, but like something about this video game I'm playing though, like,
yeah.
Or
it's
like
though.
Kids screaming. But that's a great segue into what's coming up on my channel. Is I'm going on a big road trip from Tulsa, Oklahoma, all the way back up to central Pennsylvania. And I'm making a big pit stop to see some of my cool comic book friends. So we got I'm gonna stop and see Tim. I'm gonna stop and see Retro Tigo. I'm gonna stop and see Comic Fu. I'm gonna stop and see Lady Fantastic. This is gonna be awesome. I'm very excited about it. I'm sure there's gonna be some kind of video at the end. I'm gonna stitch everything together.
That's cool. That's gonna be so much fun.
And I'm stopping in Metropolis, Illinois.
Man, I
awesome.
just had a friend that was there week before last and sent me pictures and talked about how cool that place is, and the memorabilia is so close to you that it wouldn't take much to touch it, even though you're not supposed to. So,
I'm excited. I'm excited too. Yes, we also want to get Copy 801 up to 250 as well.
Copy puts a lot of work into his videos too, and a lot of research too.
It's you and Copy. Like every chat I go into for just a few minutes, you guys are always in everybody's chats. Which is cool. Yeah. And you guys are great at it. I need to get better at that too. But one goal I'm going to try to do while I'm on this road trip is I'm going to try to see if I can get some of my missing 73 Shazam run issues.
Oh, nice. How many do you need?
Not many. And I'm always keeping a lookout for upgraded copies too. I have the big keys, the Black Adams, the Isis, all the good stuff, the Mr. Tawnies. I'm just going back to fill out the ones that I see on eBay that are for like $1 or $2, but I'm trying to shop as local as I can. If I have to hit eBay, I will. I have a lot of LCS. I have just in a half-hour drive of me, I think there's like 5 or 6 different LCSs, all independent too, so which is kind of cool.
It's great.
Copy wants to help you do a giveaway, which is pretty cool. But yeah, Mastodon showed up. What's up, Mastodon?
Hey, Mastodon. Hey, Donnie.
I think Mastodon's close to me.
Well,
I think he's a Pennsylvania guy. I'm pretty sure. I might be thinking of somebody else, but he might be a Pennsylvania guy.
yeah.
But yeah, this is going to be a fun road trip. Definitely looking forward to it. But hopefully, I mean, if there is a next time, I'll pick a different route and hit different folks. But boy, something about that Chicago.
I'm going to tell you something. I've just got this feeling that you are going to get unleashed into a world of spitfire around Lady Fantastic. I think that she is hysterical. And I just think that she is so much energy and positive energy and fun. And in Nashville, one of the big tourist areas is called Broadway. That's the name of the street. It's near the Country Music Hall of Fame. And I just have this vision someday of a camera watching Foo and the Foo Trooper walking down Broadway together. And then the camera pans to Lady Fantastic and she says, well, isn't that some shh?
Yeah, why don't those two make a video together? They're got to be like maybe a half hour apart.
Yeah.
That would be
but
cool.
I think that you're going to have a blast, and Retro Tico is so good. That Tim guy is
yeah, you know, he's a little shady, but hopefully it'll be all right. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Definitely looking. Hopefully Lady Fantastic's luck rubs off on me, because if you pay attention to her channel and her show offs, she gets like these key issue books for like a nickel.
Yeah.
So definitely going to hang out with Lady Fantastic a little bit. Maybe I can get some of those key issues, but who knows what I'll pick up. I'm definitely going to be stopping at their respective LCSs for sure. Don't have a whole lot of time, but the spare time that I do have, I'll definitely be looking. Because it's a long drive.
Crazy though. I'm going to warn you right now.
Nashville drivers, yeah.
It's like Chicago.
Boy, you've never been to Philadelphia.
No, I haven't.
It's like they haven't even heard of the word merge.
Oh boy.
But I'd rather go to Pittsburgh than Philly. But I'd rather go to Philly than New York. And I would never want to go to New Jersey.
Okay.
Just stay out of New Jersey.
Yeah, no New Jersey.
Yeah. It's when you're coming from Pennsylvania, it's free to get into New Jersey, but it's $2 to get out on the toll roads.
Oh wow. So are we saying that state is populated from the people that just didn't want to pay to leave?
It's very possible. $2 is steep.
I mean, my theory is I've never gone to the Detroit airport where I haven't gotten stuck in some type of horrible layover. And my theory on Detroit is it's populated because people gave up waiting for their connecting flight.
I like the Detroit airport though.
And then to further my point, there is an old country music song that goes, I want to go home. I want to go home. And that song is called Detroit City.
Yeah. My favorite part about Detroit is seeing it in my rearview mirror. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But their airport is nice. I like the little tunnel they have.
They gave us some damn good musicians.
That's true. And they do a pretty good job of making cars. But
yeah.
Boy, it is not the city it used to be.
Yeah.
Do you remember the meme about Detroit that went around probably 3 or 4 years ago?
Mm-mm.
Well, it was when Syria was in the news. They showed 4 pictures. You had to guess which one was Syria and which one was Detroit.
Oh, geez.
But they were all Detroit.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
And then you were like, oh, man. Okay. Yeah. Good thing I'm not a Lions fan. I think that's the only thing Detroit really has going for them.
Yeah.
The Tigers, the Red Wings, the Pistons, the Lions. Just like Cleveland, you know, it's, hey, Cleveland sucks, but at least we got sports.
Yep.
But
so next week on the show, if it's okay to mention, it's my understanding, I've been in touch with Flashpoint Comics, and it's my understanding that he's going to come back next week and we're going to do it because you're not available.
No, I'll be in the middle of the road trip.
Pam has taken the month off, and Foo's fur convention is still going on next weekend. So whatever that is, I didn't ask many questions. But I think that it's going to be me and him on Flashpoint's channel. So as of right now, plan for that at the regular time on Flashpoint's channel. I will keep you updated throughout my social medias this week. But as of before we started the show, that was the plan right now. He doesn't know it yet, but I'm going to try to talk him into doing a Wonder Woman book that has Flash in it. I'm going to try to talk him into that. So we'll see if I'm lucky or not.
We'll see. We'll see. When I'm driving, at least hopefully tune it in on the radio.
Yeah.
That way, I don't think it's safe to stream and drive, but I can at least listen and drive.
Sure. So that's the plan next week is Flashpoint's channel for fanboys. And then after that, I don't know whose channel we're on. So
well, hopefully we'll have some folks back. I know Foo's going to be out still for a while. I think Tim's still out until July, so might just be back to the three of us.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. But definitely next week, Flashpoint Comics channel. So
you could do the one where Flash is bumping Wonder Woman. Yeah, right.
Oh boy,
that would be funny.
Yeah.
But I think that's going to do it for this week. We're going to wrap things up here.
Thank you to everyone in the chat.
Yeah, let me shout them out real quick. We got Copy 801, we got Mastodon, we got Just a Nerd, we got Brock. I seen him make an appearance. BTC Moon Guy, recent subscriber of mine. Happy to have you on board. Squatch made an appearance. Tim made an appearance. Warlord, as always, made an appearance. And everybody go sub up my mom. This is my mom. She's gonna put out some epic content. I'm just kidding, but why not? Who knows? Maybe she will. But that's gonna do it for this week. Hats off to Magic Lasso for totally helping me out.
Yeah, no problem. It was fun. I thank you for the invite.
Yeah, I think you're just gonna be permanent now. I don't know if you know that, but we'll let you know.
I don't know. I mean, when Fu comes back, he plays a little rougher than the rest of you. So that's all a little hesitant at that point. I'm probably permanent until he comes back, and then it's questionable. Plays a little rough.
Yeah. Justin is going to go finish up his KFC. Definitely don't want it to get cold. But you know what? I think I got some cake upstairs with my name on it, and I'm going to go get a slice. So
enjoy.
Peace out, everyone.
Bye.